I have a bunch of friends that are insomniacs, and so they've asked me to record my classes and coaching session. That's right. So then all all they have to do is all they have to do. All right. So what the purpose of what we're doing today is to talk about how to get more business from your sphere of influence and people that are in your database. And one way to do that is touching them, not in an inappropriate way, more often, and also having some information that you could post on social media that would be relevant to. It was the touching comment that was that it. She loved it. Yeah. We'll talk later. Okay.
Just like this.
Yeah, later. So that's the idea, and what we're going to do is we're going to use a template that Keller Williams has already provided for you, plus information that's already available through the multiple listing service. Does that sound like fun? So this is what eEdge looks like when you log in. And so next to my marketing, there's a little plus sign, and we're going to click on Create Marketing Materials. Now there are what we're doing now is something called This Month in Real Estate. And there are two versions of it. There's a short version and a long version. The short version is something that you could send out in a postcard or in an email, and it's an image. The long version is a little more sophisticated. It's longer, and very few people actually do that one. So I'm going to do the short version because we have short attention spans. And I'm going to do email because most people in real estate want to do email so they don't have to spend any money. All right. But the idea is the same. So I'm going to click on email marketing. And this one, HTML optimized, means that it looks good on a cell phone. Right? That's what that means. So this one is going to just be an image-based one. And so what I'm going to do under keywords, I'm going to type in this month, because I happen to know that it's called This Month in Real Estate, and a bunch of them come up. And I'm going to type in January, January, January. Did I miss? And so now I've got This Month in Real Estate, January, and I hover January 2015. Doesn't that sound like this? That sounds right. So I click on it, and you notice on the right there's the long version. Now, many real estate agents in Keller Williams, one of the mistakes I think you could make is by going into the system and launching the 33 touch or any of the 12 direct campaigns, most of the 12 direct campaigns that are in the system, without looking at them first.
So this was a template for 2016?
Oh.
Or allow us to modify the
I was doing this to see if you were paying attention. And so, very good, very good. So and so I'm now clicking the one that says 2016. Is that better?
I did something stupid. I mailed out a one-pager, and I missed the date, and it had March, and it was November.
Right. So tell them it's a retro. It's a historical piece. So yes, 2016. I could have put that keyword in, but I just wanted to. I did that just to demonstrate how you have to pay attention to the templates that you're picking.
How the heck do you get into that page to begin with?
So I clicked on the plus sign next to my marketing.
No, on
eEdge. I went to kw.com or mykw.kw.com. I logged into eEdge. I clicked to the plus sign next to my marketing. I'm recording this, and I will send it to you. In fact, when I'm done, I'm going to make you one. Okay? And if you have a database, Manny, I'll send it out for you.
Okay, good.
Right. So first of all,
All five of them.
all five of them. This assumes you have a database.
Okay.
Right. We found the Achilles heel in the plan. Right. Yes. Did you have a?
Any way to alter those numbers in there?
No. You have to use these as they are.
Okay.
No.
They
So.
should be irrelevant.
So the reason that I was going on about the mistake some agents make is they just go and they launch the campaign. They don't look at it. I get these. There's an agent in Los Gatos who's got me on his campaign, and this is what sent out NAR statistics. Now, I don't know about you, but when you see, I would not be sending out to people. He's in Los Gatos, and he sends out things about $220,000 as the price. So we want to make this for San Mateo County. So we click on personalize. And by the way, the reason that I'm showing you this is that you could do this for Redwood City, you could do it for Foster City. Once you know how, you could do it for a zip code, you could do it for something else. A county, that's what I'm doing now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on where it says January 2016, and I'm going to make the box a little bit bigger, and I'm going to type in San Mateo County Edition. And because I'm very proud, I've selected all of it, and because I'm very proud that I've made it a San Mateo County Edition, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to make it bigger, right? So it says San Mateo County Edition. What? That's how it's left. You want it centered, you can center it. I'm leaving it the way it is. So now we need to change all these statistics. That's where the MLS comes in. Now I usually make a group of statistics which can be used in a video, or which could be used in a PowerPoint presentation, or which a video it could be used in a, but we're going to just do something simple now. So I'm going to click on Matrix Search. By the way, I do this every month. I do this every month in Santa Clara County and San Mateo County. All right, and I clicked on Matrix Search. I'm going to click on Statistics, and I'm going to click on Customize. Now the county is San Mateo County, and I'm going to do residential, single-family condos and townhomes. You could do this for just single-family homes. You could do it for just condos and townhomes. You could do it for a zip code. You could, but we're doing something because I'm assuming you don't necessarily know which zip code everybody that's in your database is in, and so we're just doing it for the county. Under time frame, I just select 5 years. We don't necessarily need 5 years, but it's a long explanation. If I select 1 year, it's not going to give me I need 13 months in order for this to work, and 1 year is only 12, and then so I just pick 5 years because I use it sometimes for other things. The first statistic is number of sales, and I'm going to break it down by month, and then when I'm done, I'm going to hit generate. And what this is going to do is it's going to produce a weird looking chart. It looks like a hedge that hasn't been properly maintained. But I'm going to click on data, and then I just grab this and copy it, because I cheat a little bit. And the other way of doing this, you could just click on export as a CSV file, and it'll be opened in Microsoft Excel. You also can just copy and paste it in Microsoft Excel. And again, I do this every month so that I'm showing you how, because I can't tell who's motivated enough to learn how to do this. So what I'm going to do is I like to format things so it's nice and common. So in December, in San Mateo County, there were 459 closed transactions of single-family condos and townhomes. So what I'm going to do, the formula I'm going to be using is called DOT. D, which stands for the difference, divided by the old total, right? You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to start by figuring out this equals the current month minus the previous month. So there were 17 more sales in December than there was in November. This equals the difference divided by the old total. And that looks really weird, but what I'm just going to do is change it to a percent sign, and it means that there was a 4% increase from November, for month over month, 4% increase. And then I say, okay, this equals the current month minus last year, and then that equals the difference divided by the old total. And so it means that we're up 4% from November to December and 7% from 2014 to 2015. So now that I know 7 and 4, I go back someplace. I go back here, and first of all, I look at the text. The text says home sales declined year over year for the first time in 2015. No, home sales are up month over month and year over year, right? We have to look at it because real estate, like politics, is all local, isn't that right? And California doesn't act like the National Association of Realtors, and our area does not act like California, so we need to look and see what's happening here. So it was 4% since last month, and so I just put in a plus 4%, and because I just like this, I click on this little gizmo here, and I go to alignment. I make sure it's all nice and centered. And by the way, I changed the text color for the pluses to a dark red just for fun, and it was up plus 7%. And again, I center it, and then I make it dark red. And so
Change the direction of the arrow.
yes, very good question. So the other thing I want to know, I want to look at this. 459 is the number, so 459. And then I look at this seasonally adjusted. I don't care about that. So this was just say sales of single family condos and town homes, right? And then, yes, those arrows are wrong. So what I do is I click on one of the arrows and I grab the little curly Q and I spin it around so it's pointing in the right direction. And then I grab the other one and oops, did that wrong. Make it a little bit bigger. I don't know what it's doing, but I didn't want it to do that. So let me do this, and we spin that around, and then there we go. All right, so I fix it. By the way, when I'm done, I'm going to create an image that you guys could just use and send out, so you don't have to go through all this. I just thought, that's the bonus for showing up, since and you can tell everybody what they're missing. All right, now the other number is, what is the median price? I think that's kind of close to San Mateo County, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to select, I use median price rather than average. All right, just because it doesn't, one $26 million sale throws the average way off. Median sort of gives you a little more of a stable. So here's our thing, and just to show you, I'm going to copy this just to get fancy, and I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to paste special Unicode text, and notice it just pasted all of it in. So 975, this is taking condos, townhomes, single family homes, stacking them all up and picking the number in the middle, 975, and so this equals this month minus last month. And then this equals the difference divided by the old total. And because I know I'm going to do this more than once, I'm going to click on that and make a percentage. So the median price went up 3% from November. This equals this month minus last year. And then that equals the difference divided by the old total. And that's 22%. Did you know that? That it went up 22% since last year. The market stalled. 3 and 22% are our numbers. We go back. By the way, would it be a useful exercise for you to just pay attention to these things and know what they are? One of the guys down in Santa Clara that I worked with, who has a blog, and one of the values of having a blog is that you could post stuff every once in a while about what's going on in the market, whether anyone reads it or not. And every month he posts what's going on in all the different major MLS areas in Santa Clara County. And I had him talking to some of the people that I was coaching, and one of the people raised their hand and said, "Do you ever get any business from this?" And he said, "No, not really. 3-4 deals a year, that's about it." Right? That's about it, right? Right? 3 or 4 a year. Yeah, nothing. Right? Nothing to write home about, right? Maybe.
$50,000 here.
Yeah, right. So if you got one deal because you were posting stuff about, for example, taking this to another level, you ought to look at the different MLS areas in San Mateo County And you could do one for each one, and you could post it, and you could put it on Facebook and things like that. But now we're getting fancy. So what does this say? Home prices have continued to increase year over year. That's true. I'm not going to change it. The price, however, is $975, really close to the national one, $975. Then this says average prices of homes. So this is median price of single family condos and town homes, right? And if I scooch it a little bit that way, and maybe even a little bit that way, whatever fits. And so the numbers are 3% and 22, so it went up plus 3%, and we put it in the middle, and then this one was plus 22%, and we put it into the middle. And I leave interest rates alone because interest rates these were updated a few days ago, like within the last week. I think it's like on the 3rd or 4th of January they would have been updated. I don't really need to change that. There's opportunity in every market. So I like this. I'm just going to say this is the thing that I always used to use. Want to know what your NEIGHB neighbors have been up to, right? And
You need a T and
want. It all depends. It all depends on how you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it just a teensy bit smaller, so that I have to make it even a teensier bit smaller. And then, so I used to use that as my thing I do for farming. Sometimes I had a postcard that said, "Are you a nosy neighbor?" Right, ? And I had a picture of it was sort of like a peeping Tom, but it was a woman, so I thought that was less politically incorrect, right? So looking over so want to know what your neighbors have been up to? Find out what has been happening in the real estate market for your neighborhood. Call me today. All right? Reasonable. All right? Maybe make it a little bigger. Maybe move that over a little bit. Why not? All right. So, is everything? And so Madhu has. Now I can't get rid of the. I'll have to fix this for her. There's a couple of things I should fix. It's all my fault. The Keller Williams San Carlos. This is just a tip. In the e-edge system, there's something called a marketing logo. You shouldn't just put the San Carlos logo there. What that's really designed is for your own personal logo, right? I'll help Madhu do something with that, but we're going to get rid of it. In other words, I can't get rid of that one. I could block it out. And because she's put her cell phone number and her direct line down, they're both there. And so there's a comma there, which I don't like. And so knowing real estate agents as I do, I assume they want their name a lot bigger and their phone number a lot bigger, right? And so just, doesn't that look more reasonable, right? That should make you happy. Download the mobile app and all that is there. I think I've already fixed all that. It has a link to her website. And so I'm done. I'm going to click on save, and I'm just going to leave it this way. I'm going to say email because knowing Madhu, I may end up making a postcard for her.
So question, on the mortgage rates, that's automatically...
It's automatically updated. The mortgage rates are updated by Keller Williams every month. Yes?
The footer of the personal information, I've been going for some pieces. Do you have to change it every single time?
No. What you should, I'll show you how. So I'm going to click on exit.
Okay.
And first of all, what I'm going to do, one thing, notice it says publish to the web and share. Huh? Really? Really? That's interesting. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, and AR. That stands for Active Rain, right? That assumes you have an Active Rain blog. So how hard would it be for us to post this on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn? Pretty easy, right? Plus we could copy that, or we could just do the image thing, right? And I do post stuff for Madhu, which I'm going to get to later. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it out for her. You guys all proofread it for me? So I'm going to send it out for her. So I'm clicking on postcard. I'm going to click on to. And I'm going to click on add all eligible contacts. Save and continue. And I'm going to click on send, and this is what it's going to look like. And I'm going to click on send now. And, well, yes,
Did it recognize the hyperlink for the mobile app?
yes,
It does?
yeah.
If you do HTML, yeah.
No, it does it anyhow.
Oh.
It does it anyhow. So what I'm also going to do as a bonus for those of you that showed up for this, I'm going to go to Saved Projects, Email Marketing, and I'm going to find this particular piece. These are things that I've done for Madhu recently, December, January 2016. Some of them, and what I'm just going to do here is I'm going to right-click, save the image as, and I'm going to call this TMIRE 1-2016 San Mateo County. And I put it, I have a special place to put it. I have a folder called This Month in Real Estate. Someplace. And December, where is January? I don't know.
New folder.
That's what I'm just going to put it there. So what I'm going to do is open up the folder, and this is the one. I right click. I'm going to open it with Paint. And none of this is really that difficult to do. It's just, and I go ahead and I make this for each county. So I made this 90%. And the reason what I'm doing now is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take all this and crop. And so now I'm going to save it. And so you can see what that's done. This is what it looks like now. Why not that one? Opera Internet Browser. Let's see what that does. I'm not even entirely sure what that's going to do. That's what it does. So what I've done is I've removed Madhu's picture, phone number, and all that sort of stuff. Right? You understand? So how would you use this if I sent you the image? Well, what you could do is we're going to go over here to create. I'm going to go right back to the beginning. Right? So now I'm going to email you guys the image. For $5. Right? I take PayPal. It's okay. I can be bribed. Other bribes work too. Now, if you go over here to My Marketing and you click on Create Marketing Materials, and you just find any real email template. So we're going to click on Email Marketing, and how about this? We're going to click on an image one. So just about any of these will work. I'm going to pick the first one, which is because this is about as easy as you can get, which has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. But I'm going to click on Personalize, and then the easiest thing to do, let's see how this works. I'm going to click on Image and Upload Image, select Files, and here is the image which I just made. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to close, and we're going to just move it up to the corner and move it down. This one may cut off. So there we go. And I'll move it up here a little bit. So do you understand? Then you just hit send and you send it out, right? And you've now taken the image, you put it over something else, and you can send it out as an email with your information at the bottom.
So this is an image-based mail out?
This is an image base.
Okay.
I can do, I'm not going to save this one, there's an HTML version of this.
HTML will give you links, is that what you want HTML?
No, it's more than that. This one has some links. But the difference is that HTML, which stands for Hotmail, is that what HTML stands for? Hypertext Markup Language, which you don't need to know. But what it means is that it'll look good on a cell phone and a tablet, whereas this is an image. So on a cell phone, I mean, the images have to resize, but it doesn't look as good, right? That's about it. But we have hyperlinks in this. We have hyperlinks on this. Now, the reason that some HTML, this requires a little bit more interest. But I'm going to click on email marketing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to unclick image base, and I'm going to type in this month, and then I'm going to type in January, and oops, I did that on purpose, just so you could see what happens when you go too fast. See, and this one is this month in real estate, January 2016. Now, you see there are more graphs and charts. Inventory, price, and home sales. Now, it's a longer, how much time do I have? It's a longer explanation on how to do that. So what I do is, would you like me to show you one? How about one? I'll do one. First of all, when we personalize it, we want to get rid of the video this month in real estate. It's a nice video. It has the National Association of Realtors numbers in it, which I think is silly to show people. What would be the best practice once we've gotten rid of it? What could we do? Make your own, right? Where would you so I'll go ahead. How long? I can do this. I can do this fairly fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Matrix. So the one that we don't have that's here, we have home sales, we have home prices, we don't have inventory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, remember our friends at Matrix, and what I'm going to do is the statistic. Now, inventory is one of the things we could do. That's an old line one. You could do list to sales price ratio. All right, you could do dollars per square foot. So months of inventory, which in our market should be minutes of inventory, right? Hours of inventory. But we're going to say months of inventory, and I'm going to click on generate, and I'm going to wait. I might have time to do this. It's the words that takes me a little longer to write, but I'll show you. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over here, move over, come on, move it over, paste special, Unicode, there it is. So what I usually do is I leave these, so let me just show you, I'll do this from scratch, if that's okay with you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear those contents in order to make this work the way I like it to. I'm going to clear those contents, and I'm going to go back here. So the first one was closed sales. And I'll show you. So I do this because if you copy it this way, it's formatted slightly different. And that's what happens if you don't click on paste special and Unicode text. I did that also. So the reason I did this is so these are all lined up. All right. Now, what I often would do at this point, now, this number of sales is sort of a year-in thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to where it says auto sum, but I don't really want 2011, and I hit enter. So 5973 is the total number of sales for the year, and then I grab this and I just slide it over, and notice it fills it all in. So I'm going to now so you have two choices. One, you could say how was December, or you could say how was 2015. So I'm going to go with how was 2015, and so I'm going to copy this because I'm really lazy. I mean efficient. And I'm going to paste those, zip, I'm gonna, where am I? 0, how about this? How about this? I want those years. Copy, paste. I take these numbers, copy, and this time I'm going to do a paste special because I want it the values, not the formatting. So these are the years. Total sales for the year of 2015. How did that look compared to the year before, and all that? I go over here to insert, and I pick recommended charts. I pick that chart. I click on OK. I like that particular one better, and I click on the title and I say this is come on, this is sales in San Mateo County. And because I sort of like this, I click on move the chart and I put it down here as a separate little page. Right? I don't know why I do that, but I feel better than having it just sitting there in the spreadsheet. I've now clicked on it to copy it, and I'm going to go to PowerPoint. And this is, by the way, what you would do to make a video. I'll make these charts for you. You could make a video. Right? You can make a video with yourself on the screen. You could just make an audio visual. You could just make a video. I have some Keller Williams templates, but I'll show you what I do. I put this in. I paste it in. Here's our chart. I move it all the way up there, and I move it all the way down here. And this is kind of cool. Notice it came from Excel. But when I highlight this, I can bump that up, 48. You can't read those numbers, but I bump it up. And by the way, one of the things that I didn't do, and again, I'm doing this just to demonstrate all the mistakes you can make, is what I usually would do with these numbers, and this is just a thing with me, I don't know. I right-click, and I go to Format Cells. I tell it that these are numbers. I want the 1,000 separator, and I want the zeros. See, doesn't that look nicer? And then I go to Insert, Recommended Charts, Chart. So, by the way, is it possible that if you're saying, gee, this looks really crazy, I don't really want to do any of this, that you could get somebody to do this for you if you found it? And by the way, it takes me a lot less time to do this when I'm not explaining anything. So I'm just going to get rid of that one because I like the other one a little bit better. Come back, copy it. Oof. Copy. Paste. Back here. I like that chart. I just do. I don't know why. I just like that chart. I think it gives it, and by the way, you can change the colors of the bars if you don't like blue and gray. Chart title, I forgot to type it in, but home, how about just SALES in San Mateo County. I can still do it here. Bump, make it big. Click on that, make it, come on, big enough so you can read the numbers. Click on that, make it big enough to read the dates. Now, what I can do is I can, from PowerPoint, save that as an image. And what that allows me to do back on our template, back here, is I can go down here and home sales. When I click on personalize, I can, and I'm doing this faster than I normally would. You see this chart here, which is national home sales. I'm just going to get rid of that by clicking on the cut tool and then going back here. I usually do all of the charts first. Should I do all the charts? How much time do I have? 2:40? What? I got plenty of time.
You don't have enough time. Yes, no.
All right.
Schools watch me,
So what I'm going to do for price, I don't average the price for all of the years, right? Because that seems silly. So what I do is I just take what was the median price at the end, and I paste that in, and that really looks like an interesting graph. Prices have gone up a tad. Click on recommended charts. Click on that one. Click on that one. Chart title is median prices San Mateo County. Back here. I move the chart so it's not there. I copy the chart, go back to PowerPoint, I add another blank slide, I paste it in, move it around, click on that, bigger, bigger. Click on the dollar amounts, bigger. Click on maybe a little bigger, another bigger. Click on the years, make them big enough so people can read them, right? You get the idea of what's in the chart. Now sometimes if I'm really feeling like being consistent, that's 28. What do I have here? 28, that's good. If you want, you can change the fill color to, I don't know, what would you like, right? Yeah.
Everybody's red.
Color, we don't have and by the way, yes, I can actually put in the specific hex code. We're geeking out here. So now that we've done that chart, we're going to do the last one, which is months of inventory. Again, I don't average it. I'm just going to take the years, copy that, paste it in, takes the months of inventory, paste it in, highlight, insert, recommended charts, pick that chart, pick that one, move it to another sheet, keep it nice and neat. This would be back here, chart title, months of inventory, San Mateo County. Did I misspell something?
One in
Inventory.
inventory.
All right. And so I've done that. I copy it. We're almost done. We go here, new slide. Oops, wrong slide. That'll work. I know. Okay. All right. Gee. You guys could hear something, couldn't you? That just wasn't. So, I don't know, sometimes. So I move this up. So what would be a good length of a video for YouTube? How about short? A couple minutes long, 3 minutes, 4 minutes,
No,
at the most.
30 seconds probably.
How many seconds?
30 seconds.
We're not talking about a cat playing the piano, which,
1 second is long enough for me.
well,
Me after that.
all right. However, is everybody, which behavioral styles are the two most dominant ones among the populace? And the answer is an S and a C. An S and a C. And D's and I's, which tend to be real estate agents, are actually a minority.
Be a large minority.
Right, I'm just saying. So we've done this 3 months to 1.5, all the way down, months of inventory. What I'm going to do, because I want to, is I'm going to take and make it a different color. How about that? Right, do you guys care? How about that? So once I've done this, I'm going to get rid of the first one. First of all, what I could do is say this is called this month in real estate, San Mateo County, Michael Devlin. This is just a, and I could make some things bigger because I always want my name to be bigger, right? Isn't that right? And I might make, isn't that right? And could I make a slide that says, if you want to find out what your home is worth in today's shifting real estate market, call me, that sort of thing. So I could make a slide at the end that has my phone number, my email address, and my website address, all that sort of stuff. But could I make a video of me talking about these 3 slides? And so what I normally would do is, back on the spreadsheet, I would figure out, okay, let's look at this. Let's start with this one. Number of sales. The big year was back in 2012. And where the least year was this year. So I'm going to say this equals the current year minus 2012. So we're down 922 from the peak in the last 5 years, and this equals the difference divided by the old total. And what that's telling me is that we're 14% off where we were in the height of the last 5 years in terms of home sales, which was in 2012. Last year we sold 922 homes less than we did in 2012, which represents a 14% drop over time, right? So I could be saying that while this chart is on the screen. Okay? And then for this chart, you get the idea. This isn't rocket surgery, is it? No? You don't have to be a brain scientist.
Why would I want to go back and paint that whole picture and not just the last month or 2?
So the question is, why paint the whole picture rather than the last month or 2? You're a high D only wants to see the end of the horse race, doesn't want to watch the race, right? But a high C, but okay. So if you're a high C, don't you want to see trends?
Yeah, but if I'm looking to do something today, does it really matter?
Well, first of all, if I'm looking to do something today, do we have, you could do this month versus last month. That's what I did in that other piece. You could do that. One other thing that real estate agents sometimes do is a quarterly review, a half-year review, and a year-end review, right? And so when you do a year-end review, we're talking about the year that was. Now, could you throw in a slide? Could you find? Do you know what the California Association of Realtors prediction is for home sales in California in 2016? Is it going to go up or down from 2015? That's right, it's going to go up. And do you know by how much they think it's going to go up? Correct, 6.3%. Very good. So, how would you find that? Go to the California Association of Realtors website. Could we just Google search predictions for the California real estate market in 2016? Could we Google search predictions for interest for 2016? Right? And so if we found a couple of those articles, could we throw in a slide at the end that says, okay, this is what happened in 2015, the year's over, where are we going in 2016? California Association of Realtors economists say that it's going to go up 6.3%. Mortgage rates, by the way, are supposed to go up to about 4.25%. So that's what they're saying. Not a huge jump, but an increase. Is it a good time to buy a house? What I did a career seminar last night, which I don't call a career seminar because people won't come. I called it a how to launch a successful real estate career, and some guy online chatted with, he put in, so this is a Keller Williams, because I didn't actually say Keller Williams in it. So just to show you, where's my how to launch in 2016? That's not it. LAUNCH. How to launch 2016 flyer. I was looking through. So what I did in it, which I was just going to show you as a bonus once I find it. Let me go back here. LAUNCH. How to launch 2016. How to launch a successful real estate career. So what I did, and for a small additional fee, by the way, this is a template that I borrowed from Keller Williams that has a little KW in the bottom. And so what I did, this is a graph about how many people are in the real estate business, and 6 reasons to buy a home in 2016. Guess where I got this from? Realtor.org emailed it to me. I opened their email and I read it. Right? 6 reasons to buy a home in 2016. And by the way, if I can see from the looks on your faces, you don't believe me. And so I'm going to copy that. I don't really need that. I'm going to go here and I'm going to Google search 6 reasons to buy a home in 2016. And Realtor.com, 6 reasons to buy a home in 2016, not Realtor.org. And by the way, I've posted this on social media, so has Madhu, because I help her with this stuff. 6 stellar reasons to buy a home in 2016. So could we include a slide in our about what's going on in 2016? And
Put the reasons and maybe one little.
I just made my own little PowerPoint thing, and here's the 2016 housing market forecast, which came from the California Association of Realtors. 6.3%. 4.5%, I lied, is what the interest rates are supposed to go to. Foundation is strong. If you go 2016 California housing market forecast, you too will find this. One of the things that I've done is I've created Google Alerts. Does everybody know what a Google Alert is? If you don't, my suggestion is go to Google and type in Google Alert. And what Google Alerts allows you to do is create search strings. You'll notice I have a few of them. By the way, that's not all. Here is no, maybe I guess I'm enrolled. This is a different login. I have a couple hundred in the other. So I've created Google Alerts about what's going on in San Mateo County, Santa Clara County, San Mateo County real estate, Santa Clara County real estate. Is now a good time to buy a home? Is now a good time to sell a home? Real estate market forecast for California, real estate market forecast for San Mateo County, real estate market forecast Santa Clara County. And what I do is I create all these alerts and save them. And what Google does while I'm sleeping is Google is running the search and running the search and running the search, and every day they email me lists of links that they found on the internet that they believe fit that search string. So I'm not having, you understand, you don't have to go to Google every day and type them
6
in.
reasons to sell your home.
It was found in the thing, the sweep found that article, because I have is now a good time to buy a home. Google Alerts snagged it, sent it to me. I opened it up. I said, ooh, that looks good. I shared it on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter. I copied it. I put it into my career session. I would use it on a this month in real estate. And yeah, right. And then you make a video. Right now, I'm using a program right now called Screencast-O-Matic. Let me just do 2 cents about the videos. Right, there are a whole bunch of free programs that allow you to make videos. Right, there's one called Screener, SCREENR, not ER, but just R. How would you find free screencast programs? You go to Google and type in free screen recording programs, and there's a whole bunch of them. There's one called Jing. These will, for free, make videos for up to 5 minutes. The thing that they don't do is they don't allow you to have your picture in the video at the same time. Screencast-O-Matic has a free version that allows you to put your picture while you're talking in the video too. It'll allow you to make up to a 15-minute video, but it does put a little ad thing there that says Screencast-O-Matic. I have a paid-for professional version of Screencast-O-Matic, which I believe cost me less than $100, one-time fee, and it allows me to make videos all day long if I want to, and it takes off their little ad thing, and so it just records a video. So for free, you don't want to be making a 5-minute video anyhow. You get one of these programs. If you don't want your picture on it, you don't have to. I had somebody say to me, I don't look good on video, and I said, I hate to say, but that's sort of how you look, right? I don't know, so you don't have to look like an actor. You don't have to, but you could make a quick little video. What's going on?
Do an audio with your business photo, can't you?
Yes, you can put in your business photo. It's called a picture in a picture. You could stick it up on the PowerPoint in the corner if you wanted to. I have a relative named Kelly Devlin Fisher Vero Beach. And what she does, she's using the camera that's in her little laptop, and that's a cousin of mine. And what she does is she comes and sits in her office, and she makes a little video. Now, that one's a little long of hers. She has a YouTube channel. She uploads the video. It's what's going on in the market. She makes the video. It's got her picture in it. Real estate is still... So, and you, by the way, can pay on Fiverr, Fiverr, somebody to make you a fancy little beginning. She's got videos, Why Hire Me, Getting More for Your Vero Beach Home. She just makes these quick little videos. Some of them are longer than others, and posts them to her YouTube channel. And people having your picture there is okay. Seeing you talk is better in terms of creating a personal connection with the people. I'm just saying it is, right? I'm just saying. But you could do it without a picture. You could do it with just your photo. You could have you talking. Right.
Okay, got it.
Right. I'm just saying it would be better. Right. This is still a person-to-person kind of a thing. And you don't have to look like a model, and you don't have to talk like a professional actor. And by the way, you can hire people on Fiverr will read a short thing, and they'll do it in you can find somebody with an Australian accent if you want, that looks like a bikini model doing it. You could do whatever, you could do all that, but don't you want to brand yourself? Right, and so I would suggest that you get your own logo, which you can do on Fiverr, right? For $5, somebody will make you a simple logo. If you just Google search, this isn't a hard thing to do. You have your own little logo. You have a consistent branding. You make a video. What's going on in the market? You talk for a few minutes. You post on your YouTube channel. You include the link in your email signatures. You include it on your emails that you send out to your database. This month in Real Estate San Mateo County, watch a video. The nice thing about YouTube is it works on cell phones. It works everywhere on any device. Does everybody know what the number 2 search engine is? Number 1 is Google. Do you know what the number 2 search engine is? YouTube. More people run searches on YouTube than Bing or Yahoo or any of the others. Number 1 is Google, number 2 is YouTube, which is owned by Google. And so I'm just saying people are into videos, right? Does that make sense? I mean, would that be worth the effort, right? Just to make a little video. And by the way, some people find it, I can show you videos of some agents, and what they do is they have a camera, and the agent it's just the agent talking. There's no graphs and no charts. And the agent is just talking and says, well, the year is over, sales were up this much, and because they're not good at graphs and charts, so they just don't have any. That's just a picture of them talking. By the way, YouTube will do that. YouTube, I don't know if you know this, has a record. Did you know this? YouTube has a record function. I know. It has a record function, and it's possible, but this is a higher level of geekiness, that it'll do your screen too. But generally, if you just want to talk and you want to make a video, YouTube will do that easily. Right. Well, so moving along, we could start with an image this month in real estate that we could mail to people. Right? We could make a more complicated one. We could make a video. But I would make this part of. Gary Keller says that market knowledge is what allows a newer agent to beat an experienced agent, and the goal is to become the local real estate economist of choice. Right? I'm just saying that was my message for today. And I think I have all of your emails. If you just send me an email because I'm mentally deficient, I'll send you a copy of the image. All right? Was that...
And then I'll talk with you on Friday, but if I wanted to copy the image and put it into my own campaign, such as campaign monitor, you're saying I can do that, it just doesn't show up on your cell phone.
I don't know. I would have to put it, I'm not familiar